Weezer is one of the most famous rock bands from the 90s, making great tracks such as Buddy Holly and that one song about wrestling with Gimme. They went on a legendary streak of one single album, which was then followed by a poorly received emo album about how the lead vocalist has an Asian fetish and gets rejected by lesbians, which tanked both commercially and critically. This blowback then led the lead singer, Rivers Cuomo, to stop writing about how little pussy he gets, and instead started to write about crabs. But don't worry, even though it might seem like there are no more Weezer albums other than Blue, Pinkerton and Green, unfortunately, Weezer didn't stop with their third album, and instead decided to curse humanity by releasing another 13 more. Luckily, you don't have to listen to all of them, as I, yes me, the Mad Pineapple, Weezer's #1 fan, have listened to every single Weezer album front to back, back to front. I have come here to rank every single one on a tier list. I know what you're thinking, aren't there actually a million Weezer tier lists? And yes, you're correct. For some reason, Virgins Online really love to tell people their stupid and wrong opinions. But unlike the opinions of the other tier lists, I am actually right. So if you disagree with any of the opinions I make in this video, I just want you to know that you're factually incorrect.
It's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. My name is Jonas.
No, it's not. F tier.
But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Pinkerton is a concept album where the concept is that Rivers Cuomo is a loser. And just like in the Blue album, Pinkerton starts off with a lie.
I'm tired. So tired. I'm tired of having sex.
Really? Are you really telling me this man is getting so much pussy that he is fatigued of it? This guy, Rivers Cuomo, is just having so much intercourse that he's simply fatigued. The guy who made an 8-minute song about masturbation. And the worst thing is that he's saying this in the same album where he talks about getting excited reading a letter from a teenage friend from the small city of Japan. She really 18, Rivers? Was she really?
They got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me in the fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you in 4K?
That ain't me.
But the thing that offends me the most in this album isn't the lines in the first song, or the weird lyrics in Across the Sea, but this line.
Just need to admit that I want sugar in my tea. I want sugar in my tea.
As a proud citizen of the United Kingdom, I am deeply offended that Mr. Rivers Cuomo is spreading such heresy in his songs. Therefore, this album gets a D tier.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity?
After the major critical and financial failure that Pinkerton was, Weezer took a 5-year-long break to figure out what to do with their career. In those 5 years, Rivers Cuomo came out with the unimaginable idea that would scare the most revolutionary inventors of our generation. The Blue album sold pretty well. What if we made the same exact album, but just with a different color? And then the Green album. And a lot of you are probably expecting me to give this album an F tier, just like I did with the Blue album. But the thing is, the Green album is not entirely a copy of the Blue album. Unlike Blue, Green contains a masterpiece within its album, Crab. As a lover of both Crabs and Weezer, this song really awoke something in me. The first time I heard it, it felt like a blind man seeing colors for the first time. This song alone carries the entire album, making this an A tier.
It starts with
One thing, I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard.
It's like the Green album, but with louder guitars, and most importantly, with a Crab. C tier. I hate California. F tier. This is by far the most experimental and different Weezer album. I could play half the songs in here and you don't even notice it was made by Weezer. Some of the songs don't even have Rivers as the main vocalist. For example, in the album's emotional high point, All Too Well, where drummer Patrick Wilson sings about his abusive relationship with famous actor Jake Gyllenhaal. This was of course very controversial due to homosexuality still being illegal in the United States when the song was released. But even though great, All Too Well is far from being the best song in the album. That spot would have to go to Go to the Moon, featuring rapper, singer, presidential candidate, and legend Kanye West. It really makes me wish for Weezer to collaborate with more rappers. B tier.
Hey bitches, Weezer and it's Weezy. Upside down MTV. Please stop.
The White Album is considered by the music community as Weezer's comeback album, with people such as Anthony Fantano and Pitchfork giving this project positive reviews, which just baffles me, as this album is a clear-cut copy of the Beach Boys. Like, I know Rivers was a big Beach Boys fan in his teen years, but come on dude, this is just too obvious. How dare he make a summer album? We all know Mike Love invented the concept of summer with his 2011 masterpiece Summer in Paradise. So there's also this weird line in King of the World where Rivers insinuates that he's dating his sister. Apparently, it wasn't enough to copy the Beach Boys sounds. Rivers also had to copy Brian Wilson's infatuation with his sister, which just makes me very confused about this album, because on one hand, I really hate the Beach Boys, but on the other, I really love incest, so I don't know if I like this album or not. C tier.
Oh, it's just Weezer. Weezer? Oh my god, it's Weezer!
It's like the White Album if it was produced by Imagine Dragons. It goes to the Imagine Dragons tier. The Ethereal album is the only Weezer album to contain 0 songs written by any Weezer members. It is in fact a cover album. Every song here is not a Weezer song. This album could be considered the least Weezer album, which by far makes it the best Weezer album up to date. S tier. That's it, that's the video. I know I missed a bunch of Weezer albums that were released after 2019, but I really didn't have much to say about them, as I haven't listened to most of them, but I might cover them in a part 2. If you like the video, I recommend you to subscribe and follow me on Twitter for some great opinions and stolen memes.
Fire shoot me right. I'm gonna lie.